Hi guys, and welcome to The Colorful Gardener. My name is Josh, and today I'm going to show you guys how to propagate cactus. If you're new here, go ahead and consider subscribing and liking this video. This summer we've had the wettest summer possible. A lot of plants have been really enjoying it, but this cactus here in front of me has completely rotted in the soil. As you can see here at the base, it's just turned to mush. And what I need to do now is I need to make a couple cuttings from this and start it over, let it develop roots over winter time, and then in the springtime I can plant this out in my garden. So this cacti has really long spines, and you want to be careful when you are handling any cacti. Even if they don't have any spines, which you can see, a lot of cacti have very minute, tiny spines that can get into your skin and cause your skin to be irritated. So always wear gloves when you are handling cactus of any kind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pruners, secateurs, and I'm going to just cut at the base of these pads. This middle part is not worth saving. I'm going to probably just throw that on my compost pile. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the parts where I'm cutting and we're going to root it into a pot. So I'm going to show you how I do it. So just find a place where you can grab the pad without getting stabbed by a spine. And I'm just going to use my pruners and make one single cut, just like that. And now I have, and as you can see, there's some roots on this already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure it definitely gets more roots developing on this pad. Oh my gosh, I love this cacti, but the spines on it are at least 3 inches long, and it's got beautiful purple pads, but oh my gosh, this is so deadly to deal with. Look at those spines, oh my gosh. So I have about 7 cactus pads here in front of me, and that's 7 new plants I can create if I wanted to. The mixture I'm using for the soil is actually a mixture of just regular compost I got from the store, very light mixture of it, lots of perlite and permatil, and another substance I use is pool sand. Now, pool sand, or also called silica sand, doesn't contain any chemicals or minerals that would throw off the pool pH and make algae and bacteria hard to control. So to get this pool sand, I picked it up at a local big box store, and it's super great. I've noticed that when I plant it with my desert plants, they don't burn. When I use playground sand, by the way, don't ever use playground sand when you're planting desert plants. It will burn your roots because it does have minerals and chemicals in it. So when you're looking for sand, go for pool sand, or also called silica sand. And I have that in my mixture here. And what I'm going to do is, before I put them in the pot, I'm going to root these pads with Take Root. You can pick this up at any big box store or any type of rooting powder. I prefer rooting powder over liquid. And what I do, it's very simple, is I put a capful of rooting powder. Some people like to let their cactus dry at the ends right here, but I actually prefer that they're fresh and they're wet at the end where I've cut it. I don't let them callus over. What I do is once I've cut it, I dip this directly into the rooting media, just like so. Okay, so now all the pads are rooted, and it's time to put these pads into pots. So again, I'm using clay pots. You can use plastic pots. If you're on a budget, those are fine. But I prefer a classic clay pot just to make it look classy, and also it pulls out that water from the soil to make it extra dry for my cactus roots. I do have some rocks in the bottom, which increases drainage and also prevents that soil from going through the bottom of the pot. So I filled it about halfway up, and what I'm going to do is, with this cactus pad, is I'm going to stick it about 1/3 of the way into the pot. taking my ice scooper, just gently getting that soil around the bottom of the pad. And voila, that's it. That's all you have to do. You have a cactus in a pot for now. And eventually it's gonna set roots, and by next year, you can plant this out in your own garden. I'm gonna repeat this step with all the other cactus pads. And a thing I like to do is to keep these pads from falling over or falling out of the pot is I like to use any stones you can find around your garden. And what I'll do is just put them around the base of the cactus. That keeps the pad from falling over, and it gives a little nice desert look to it. There we go. So we have our cactus pad, and let's go ahead and get the rest of them done. So I had about 7, and now I've consolidated them to about 5 pots. So this is gonna be giving me about 5 plants for my garden. They already look kind of snazzy now. A great way to use cactus is also in pots. I have some in my driveway and they look really good. They're the spineless varieties, so if I actually do bump into them, it won't be as painful as these guys. Oh my gosh, when I was planting these up, I got at least pricked 3 times, whether it be the tiny spines or the long spines. All right, so this is my area where I do all my cactus propagation. It's in an area where it gets lots of sun. When you are done potting up your cactus pads, put them in a place that gets at least 4 hours of sun. You can put it in somewhere where you're getting shade for the first couple months while it's developing root. I've kept them out in full sun and they've done really well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna water this once, and I probably won't water these plants again for another 3 months. And that's it, guys. I mean, that's all I've done to propagate these cactus. I use this method with all of my cactus in my garden. I've seen great results. They've been really happy. Again, you wanna wait for your cactus to develop a thick set of roots and then plant them out. I'll be doing videos on how to plant cactus here hopefully in the future, so I can show you how to do it properly and so you won't have the same problems I run into. Thank you guys for watching this video. I've been really enjoying making these informational videos for you on how to improve your garden, how to do some cool gardening techniques. If you've been enjoying this video, make sure you let your other gardening friends know about this. Subscribe, like this video. Every week there'll be new videos coming out. My name is Josh and you've been watching The Colorful Gardener. I'll see you guys in the future videos. Bye.